Hello, I'm Ana Maria Menezes. I'm here today to talk about an approach to teaching which has become more and more popular around the world, flipped learning. So, what is flipped learning? Some people call this approach the flipped classroom, flipped teaching, the flipped curriculum, and flipped learning. I'm going to use the term flipped learning and you will understand why I prefer the term. Many people associate the flipped learning with a trend in educational technology and the production of videos, but that's not true. As I will try to show you today, the idea behind this approach is more related with a concern about learning than about the use of technology itself. In fact, flipped learning can also be done without digital technology. Therefore, technology is not an integral part of the approach. Others think flipped learning is a new idea, and it's not. For as long as I can remember, professors at different universities have been asking undergraduates to read texts at home so that they're ready for discussions in a following class. This is a way of flipping classes. So, if it's not a new idea, why do people feel that this is something different? Well, I guess a big difference here are the technologies which are available now, which allow us to share content in a different way. In the past, if I were at home and needed to learn something, I had two alternatives. I could either talk to someone who is more experienced, or I would look for an encyclopedia. Teachers shared content with us mainly via text. Nowadays, the possibilities are much richer. I can ask my students to watch videos, listen to podcasts, read infographics, for example. There is a video I advise you to watch on YouTube. It's called Teaching for Tomorrow, where Aaron Sams explains how he started flipping his classes. I'd like to call your attention to some points in the video. Quoting Aaron Sams, he says, using flipped learning, we didn't have to use our classroom time for direct instruction. Here lies the source of criticism for the flipped learning approach, direct instruction. On one side, we have direct instruction. On the other side, active learning. Some people see these two ideas as opposing blocks. Prince, 2004, defines active learning as requiring students to do meaningful learning activities and think about what they're doing. I bring a few questions here. In an era when students have access to information anywhere and anytime, do we still need direct instruction? Having your teacher present content face-to-face, or have him present content to you in a video, what's the difference? And if we study so much about active learning, are students being active when watching a video? I'm not here to bring answers or to say the flipped learning approach is perfect. However, I believe it has lots of positive aspects. What are the advantages for students? Again, quoting Aaron Sams, using that recuperated time more wisely, more valuably, to really meet the individual learning needs of students. When I consider flipped learning for my classroom, I'm thinking of my students and how I can cater for their individual needs. Let's imagine a traditional classroom. In class, content is delivered by the teacher. Then, if time allows, students do some exercises in class to practice the new language. For homework, students have some exercises to do. Then at home, the student by himself tries to figure out how to do the exercises. The stronger students can do it quite quickly, many times in the car on the way to school. The weaker students can try hard, but if he finds a problem and no one else is there to help him, he gets stuck. Now, in class, will the teacher find the time to give attention to that individual students who had problems with the exercise? The flipped learning idea is to turn things around, but not only the place of instruction and homework. Instead, it proposes a change of focus. Less focus on teaching moments and more focus on learning moments. If you want to learn more about flipped learning, this is my recommendation, a book written by Jonathan Bergman and Aaron Sams. Finally, I'd like to call your attention to this concept map found in Bishop and Verliger 2013 with different student-centered learning theories which are the foundation of the flipped learning approach. Experiential learning, constructivism, learning styles, problem-based learning, active learning, collaborative learning, cooperative learning. Zone of Proximal Development by Vygotsky. The authors highlight that the importance of these student-centered learning theories to the flipped classroom cannot be understated. Without these, the flipped classroom simply does not exist. The classroom component is critical, and the student-centered learning theories just presented provide the philosophical basis for the design of these activities. Unfortunately, some may overlook this fact and instead conceptualize the flipped classroom based only on the presence or absence of computer technology such as video lectures. This would be a mistake, since the pedagogical theory used to design the in-class experience may ultimately be the determining factor in the success or failure of the flipped classroom. Bishop and Verliger, 2013. Thank you very much.